Hello and welcome to another session of Alien Chariot of the Gods. It's different spooky vibe,
What?
but maybe
God
there's some
help
werewolves on the
us.
ship. We don't know.
Um.
Um, okay,
Oh
so
no.
quick order of business before we get started. This coming Thursday on Spooky Halloween, we do still have a Curse of Strahd session. So tune in for that for I'm sure some spooks and scares in a Halloween episode. And then this coming Sunday, we are back with our usual campaign 3 and all that the concerned citizens are up to. Cool. Super fast announcements. And now, super fast recap so we can jump into the fun stuff. Last week, we started right after a creature exploded out of someone's head. And thankfully, you all were able to dispatch this creature relatively quickly and easily before it could actually attack anyone besides Putt's spacesuit. And after the kind of lull of this craziness died down, the memories of the Cronus crew started to come back. Specifically, the medic rushing forward, stating that this shouldn't have happened because they were actually all given a cure to prevent this from happening. He called it an inoculation. But it seems that Dr. Cooper, the man that was now deceased, didn't take his injection. The doctor was also able to confirm that this happens because of these fungal eggs you've been seeing on the ship. And if they're disturbed, they release spores, which can make this happen. And for those like Sammy, who had taken off his helmet at the time, he was in danger of having that happen to him without the inoculation. So Sammy rushed next door to the examination room, did a quick scan of his body to make sure there was no foreign objects, no foreign bodies, foreign entities growing suddenly within his body, and confirmed that he was all safe and good to go. So we had some more formal introductions now that memories were coming back for the Kronos crew, and you all more officially met the acting captain, Albert Johns, the medic, Dr. Liam Flynn, the security lead, Valerie Reed, and the corporate agent, Lori Clayton. Cam had a less than helpful conversation with the acting captain on what to do next, but it seemed agreed that everyone has the same interest of getting the ship up and running and back home, whether that be to Earth or somewhere else, but getting the ship running and collecting the artifacts and giving them back to Wayland Yutani. So, Mac and Putt head to the med lab with Lori, Liam, and Valerie, while Cam, Sammy, and Dalton head to the mother mainframe with Albert. Mac did a very quick search of the medical lab and found some drugs that she pocketed, and also stole a vial from one of these silver artifacts that was supposedly found on this archaeological mission. Uh, Dr. Flynn took the time to rest and take care of, give some medical aid to his crew that joined him in the medical lab. And then Lori asked Putt to help carry a case of these silver artifacts to her personal suite for safekeeping, as this was the main priority to get back to Earth or wherever with these artifacts as much as, or as many of them as they could. Without much information actually being provided by Lord Clayton, Mac threatened to break a vial. And it was then that it was discovered the vial itself was the reason Dr. Flynn had created, was able to create this inoculation, this cure, and said that it could, with the right research, lead to a lot more cures and was a highly valuable material. While all this was happening, those at Mother discovered what the ship needed, the tasks needed before the Kronos itself was up and running. So, after those files of the ship itself and any pertinent information they could gain was actually sent back to the Montero, the crew split up to start cleaning up and fixing the ship and getting it ready to leave. As the Montero mother came onto your intercoms and told you of an imminent meltdown of the ship. You all rushed back to the Montero. Sammy discovered that it was actually a triggered meltdown and could not be reversed, But thankfully, Mac was able to once again pilot successfully and had her mobility successful as well, to then pilot the spacecraft away and spacewalk back to the ship itself. So from a safe distance, but still feeling the rattle of the explosion, you all saw the Montero explode pretty crazily a little bit away from the Kronos. After a breath of this craziness, you go back to your old plan. Repair the Kronos, that's your way home. But you don't actually get that much rest, because once Putt and Sammy get to the reactor control room, they find a creature that first looks like a human in a spacesuit, but is actually a more mutilated humanoid similar to the body you found in the first session. A fight ensues. It gets pushed out of the room for safety, but comes back in and actually delivers the final blow to kill this creature in front of you just before the rest of the crew come running in. Well, Cam and Mac at the time come running in to see what's happening with Albert in tow. So most of you stay to clean up the reactor room, but Sammy decides to go on a walk and goes to the med lab, perhaps to search for the Kronos crew. And Dalton seemed to have a similar idea and also went to the med lab to search for the Kronos crew. And it was at that point Dalton brought up a actual slip up from one of our players to reveal maybe Sammy wasn't who he said he was and knew a little bit more than he was letting on. But before we actually continue that fun part, we're going to jump somewhere else. We're going to leave that stewing for a second. So what I first need you all to do is go ahead and give me an air supply roll. Because it's been a minute, lots been happening. Let's see how your suits are faring with your air supply. So that, as a reminder, is a
do
stress
I
roll.
need to take an air supply
You
roll?
do not.
Okay.
God damn it. What is that again? That's
So it's rolling with your stress die, and you just don't want a 1. So however
Okay.
stressed you are, you roll that many dice.
Ha! Can still do 1. If I have a 0 stress.
Great. Zero
If you-
stress.
Zero stress, do you just roll
Do
one
I
die
still
or you
do
roll
1
nothing?
or not?
We haven't been rolling anything. That might be incorrect, but we've been saying if you're
Okay.
not stressed, your air supply will last a decent amount of time because you're not
Sweet.
hyperventilating or anything.
Nice.
So it seems like no one rolled a 1, so no one's air supply was affected. That's good. So but we're gonna jump away from the med lab and actually go back to the reactor room to what was happening right after Sammy had kind of stormed away from all of you. I presume you all kind of collectively start cleaning this room with Albert and everything. And as you do so, Albert takes the body of this humanoid and kind of drags it out of the room as his first task. And as he does so, you start to notice that he's like kind of like stretching a lot more, like seems to like be a little fidgety as he does so. And when he comes back into the room, Mac, you catch his eye and he is glaring at you angrily. Doesn't say anything, gives you a very solid death glare, and then continues cleaning in front of him.
This is
Takes
the
a
vet-
beat
this
to
is
do
the
that.
Doctor guy, you said?
No, this is the acting captain,
Oh.
Albert.
Oh. Okay.
And as he starts cleaning, kind of breaking apart this nest that you found in the middle of the room, he's breaking things apart, kind of throwing things out the door, trying to clear the room itself, and kind of not looking towards any of you, but over his shoulder, he says, "Don't think I don't know. You all are just laughing at me. That you think I'm an idiot. You know, I didn't ask to be captain. I didn't ask to be put here. Maybe you should. Y'all should keep your thoughts to yourself and maybe hide your eye rolls a bit better." And he picks up a leg chair and chucks it out the door.
Hey, man. Nobody's laughing at you. We all know you're in a hard spot.
He turns on you and sticks a finger in your face and says, "Don't lie to me." And you see his eyes are bloodshot. And his face is contorted with anger as he's just like pointing some maybe slightly longer fingers than normal at you.
Oh,
I would, before I even would have time to realize that, put myself in the middle of them and look at him and say, "You will not speak to my crew that way."
Mac behind will just be like,
The hell's wrong with his eyes?
And then yeah, I would like
Yeah.
step, say that, see what's happening, and then like
Mhm.
take a step back, maybe pushing you back as well.
He says, "You know what? You're on my ship, so everybody's kind of my crew if you're on my ship. I think it's about time you show me some respect."
yep.
Nobody's
Yeah,
showing you any
hey.
disrespect.
Hey, Captain, did you take the inoculation shot by chance?
Of course I did.
Okay.
What are you trying to say? Think something's gonna come bursting out of my brain or something?
Um,
I'm just like
No, you
slowly taking steps
especially.
back and urging other people, like,
He's
Max
kind of
just
keeping
looks
step
at
in
back.
him
tow
like,
with you,
hmm.
like clearly trying to square up. And Max specifically, he's like
Mm-hmm.
on you
Mm-hmm.
as like, you especially. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen your eye rolls.
Yep.
I've seen you laugh. I've heard you laugh at me.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Not Emily actually just giving an eye roll right there.
And
So
he
are you
steps up on
gonna
you
let
saying,
me contain you now, dude? Or am I gonna have to do that by force?
he comes up and shoves you as he says, "I don't need contained," and he shoves you back
I'm
against
gonna
the
jump
far
at
wall.
him. I'm gonna jump at him.
Yeah. The second he's thrown hands, I'm like swinging on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would try
Yeah.
to I want to try to go
Tackle
behind him and
him.
like restrain him.
Yeah. I'm trying to like tackle him to the
Okay.
ground. Like, hit
Um,
him.
we'll say all of these things just for time's sake and not to like necessarily get in initiative just yet. We'll say this is like a surprise round
Okay.
on you guys. So
Yep.
whatever you're doing, if there's a role to associate with that in initiative kind of action,
Mhm.
so I would say it's a grapple roll if you're trying to like get behind him and restrain him. If you're actually like punching him, like however you want to currently deal with this person in front of you.
Mhm. Can
Is it
I? Oh, go ahead.
is a grapple roll close combat roll?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just do that.
Okay. So we'll say you do that first, kind of as the captain. As soon as someone touches your crew, I think you would have the first
Yeah.
reaction to that. That makes sense.
Hey, I try to literally just like slide behind him and grab him like under his elbows.
Okay.
Okay, so Coda, can you not right now? Sheesh. One. Okay. So that is 2 6s.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
And I did
Okay.
get a 1, but it's not on a stress die.
Okay, that's very good. All right, let me get a check to track his.
I was scared.
Okay, so with a close combat roll. Where are you? Literally just had that page open. There it is. So since you got more than 1 6, you get a stunt again. So what would be useful in this one? He's not holding a weapon. So your opponent is knocked to the ground, so I would say like you could also like bring him to his knees, not necessarily all the way to the ground, but more subdue him with
Yes.
that. You get the usual, you can inflict one more point of damage or give this an automatic success in a similar roll. Um, yeah, I think those are the basic ones that kind of make sense for that.
I think I would go with like, would if I did an automatic success in a similar role, would that count as like any of this crew starting to kind of go after our crew, like being able to restrain them? That feels like too much to ask.
Yeah, I think it would be because of your extra successful grapple, you'll give an automatic 6 to like any other attack on this person.
Or if we were to
So,
like tie him up.
Right. So like
Mm.
an automatic
Mhm.
success on another roll against him because
Oh,
he's now
against the other
grappled.
cat. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy.
I
I want
so
the
you
upper hand
both
on this captain always.
Yeah.
so you both see him go down to his knees, basically. We'll say that still happens of like he is currently like grappled and restrained and held back
I got
while
like
still like
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like standing and like holding his hands, but like with like a knee in his back.
Ooh, okay.
Just kind of
Yeah,
like
and
holding.
he's like still trained on Mac specifically. It seems like that is the center of his attention right now is Mac, and he is pulling at you to get to Mac.
Nice.
I would just hold him and be like, easy, buddy.
Do you still have the gun, Putnam? Do I know that?
I do have a shotgun, but I was gonna say that Putt is really triggered by him hitting you and going after you, and had probably similarly like a bit of wood in their hands, and would like I said would swing on him for
Nice.
doing so, and I think I'd like club him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I rolled for that, and I rolled 4 6s.
Holy fucking shit.
Oh,
Can that kill him?
fuck.
I think
Wow.
It's
Putt
too
like
strong.
would swing with like an intent to harm.
Mac would be saying kill him, so I
Yeah,
think she'd be saying kill him.
No, I would be trying to
Like,
stop you
not
from actually
knowing-
killing it.
not
Oh,
knowing
damn.
not knowing their own strength in that moment, I'm like kind
That's
of
cool.
like coming unglued a little bit. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that it would be.
Actually, fuck it, kill him.
He's turning. We gotta kill
Okay.
him.
So with this,
Um,
you can choose to do those extra points of damage for
Yeah.
each of those 6s you rolled, which I will say will
shit.
basically get him to the broken point,
Yeah,
which means he's pretty much like incapacitated and will
That-
take like a solid
I-
amount of time to like come
I
back.
wouldn't be intentionally trying to kill him as much as like knock him out.
Sure.
Sophie is putting all those points into like the extra damage.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Perfecto.
Putt is not trying to kill this person.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fair enough.
yeah.
Then narratively, we'll say you're able, like he's broken, which doesn't necessarily mean incapacitated, but we'll say since you clocked him in the head so fucking hard, like he kind of goes limp. Like he might still like be conscious, but he's out of it. Like he's definitely gonna need some recovery time before he's up again. And now that he's like out and not moving, you can see again, it's not that obvious, but being in a t-shirt, like his skin looks a little patchy red,
Mm.
it's extending a little bit.
Yep.
Like even as you look at him, his head seems to be like
Yep.
bulging a little bit, like
Swelling. Yeah.
something is happening to this
Everybody,
person.
everybody, back away.
There's
He's
something
gonna
not
take out the
not right. No.
flamethrower.
Oh.
Get
Touch
anyone
this
out
guy.
of- Everybody back
do
away.
not
Everybody get
touch
out of the room. Get out of the room. We have to kill it.
Whoa, but be
Get out of the
careful.
room.
The nuclear reactor is right through that door.
It's really hard.
Mac, I don't know about that.
Kill him.
Look, I'm with you.
Are
This,
you gonna?
I don't know. I can check something real quick. Hold on. Read some wording.
Do we lock him somewhere?
yeah, where's what are we at?
I mean, there are
God.
definitely
Uh,
like rooms you could maybe get to lock him. You know that you don't know the status of like those cargo bays. There's
yeah.
storage lockers and rooms. There's the cargo office that is where you operate like a crane that looks over to the lower decks. So like there would be places you could lock him up, but
Yeah.
again, like locking a room from the outside of the room is hard to do without a code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
think
could.
it looks like Mag's gonna actually do this. So I'll say
Okay.
you guys can stop her, but it looks like she is going to click the trigger and do it. She's like aiming the flamethrower, like getting it ready with like a look in her eye that's like a little over the edge.
I think for flavor, maybe you like look over at Cam and she gives you a little like, makes sense to me. Go
Really?
ahead. Hmm.
Great. Then I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
in
And here
this
it is.
game system,
Yeah.
a broken character is completely defenseless, and this person is still human enough that he is a broken character.
Yep.
So I need you to make an empathy roll
Oh God.
in order to be able
What?
to will yourself to deliver a killing blow
Oh,
to another person.
dang! Oh no. Okay, so that's 4.
What a wild mechanic.
And this is without any stress die.
Okay, no stress die. They're all 1s. So I think that's
Okay.
a sign if there ever was one. So I think that. So, I'll
So
say
you
what happens.
actually,
Don't do
so
it.
because of this,
Okay.
your roll was an empathy roll,
Yeah.
but you failed your empathy roll, which means you do not have empathy for this person in front
Oh,
of you.
dang! Okay.
Which means
all
you
right.
torch and kill
Perfect.
this person.
Okay.
Your stress level goes up by 1 because you
enough.
just killed a seemingly person.
Fair enough. All right. So I think
And
she's
at
just like,
that
staring
point-
at breathing hard.
As you're
Holy
staring at
shit,
this
man.
charred corpse in front of you, we're gonna jump back.
Holy shit. I thought we were the intense moment that was happening.
Yeah. We're gonna jump
Oh
back
my God.
to we'll pick it up right as Dalton just turned and called them out on him saying, "You said 75 years. How the heck do you know that?" And Sammy, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm retconning just slightly. At the very end of the episode, I say I attack, but I was a little hasty with that. So I do think that what you see is you see Sammy and all of his Manhattan swagger that has been put on this entire time you've known him. He kind of straightens up and looks at you, and he takes in a deep inhale as he kind of like pushes back his hair, and he looks at you, and he just says, "I'm sorry," and he takes out his gun, and he just looks at Dalton, and he says, "I don't want any problems. As of right now, I mean you and the crew of the Montero no harm. I am on your side. And I need to know, Mr. Vlasic, what do you plan to do with this information?"
I have to be honest. I thought you were going to kill me right now.
I mean you no harm.
Why are you so reckless with the xenomorph materials?
Because I can be, whereas you can't. I'm not human.
Are you still under orders and employ of the Utani Corporation?
I am not.
Dalton kind of walks up. It looks like we're like on two different sides of a doorway.
I don't think we are.
Which
Though. I think we're in the hallway out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it was like you exiting as like that hallway,
Yeah.
so you're pretty much like that, just
Oh,
maybe
okay,
not at the
okay.
doorway.
Cool.
So like, because timing-wise, you headed to the med lab a little bit before Sammy did,
Yeah.
and because you weren't with the rest of the crew, so you got to the med lab, kind of like looked around and was like, the fuck it, nobody's here, and like left. And I think we're at a little bit leisurely of a pace compared to Sammy that was like rushing off in a scuff and a huff.
Uh-huh.
Um, and so he catches you kind of in that hall before the
Okay,
corporate
okay.
suite as you exit the med lab, and that's kind of you're having like this little Mexican standoff in the hallway.
I don't know if we have time to negotiate what your goals are here.
My goals.
But as I understand it, as I have a job, and my job is to get this ship back to Wayland-Yutani. Are you going to be a problem for that job?
I will not. However, I would like to be honest with you and maybe build a bridge of trust in this moment. The crew of the Kronos will not be making this journey with us alive.
I'm amenable to that.
Good. He takes up the gun and he takes out the chamber and looks at it. Are there bullets in it?
This is the pistol Dalton
Oh,
gave
that
him.
I gave
Yes.
you?
Yeah.
There are.
Okay. I look at you. I thought you were more clever than that. And I put it in my waistband and then reach out a hand.
I tuck the what was it, a bolt gun that you
Bolt
gave
gun,
me?
yeah.
I imagine it's on a sling, and I like press it back behind me, and say, "Give me your air scrub from your suit."
Of course. I take off my suit, and it's a little awkward as we stand here for maybe 5 minutes. No, it's probably not that long. And I think it's literally listed as a slow action that you can get in and out of your suit. And I take off my suit, and I hold it. I just take off the whole suit, and I hold it out to you and kind of drop it on the ground. And I say, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Dalton Vlasic. My name is Lucas."
I think we can work together, Lucas. And then I reach out for the handshake.
I shake his hand. Have you seen the crew on this floor?
Unfortunately not. I was looking for them. And
No need to be hasty. We can still talk to them, of course.
right. I do imagine it would be prudent to find the either the captains or the other mates, the other Wayland-Yutani person's badge for interacting with Mother.
I agree. I forget her. I wouldn't. What's her name? The blonde woman?
Lori Clayton.
Yeah.
So similar to like Dalton especially would know this that Lori's not. It might be different because specifically the mission details is classified. So like she might be able to have some access to that, but like the all access pass would be with the captain or on the bridge in the like emergency key card access area that most ships have on like the captain's chair basically is like a behind the glass, you break the glass, you get an emergency key card to Mother.
Okay. After you.
I take a little nod, and I start to turn away, and then I turn back, and I say, "Mr. Vlasic, I do believe it is in the betterment of, for honesty's sake, time and our prime directives, if this secret stays between the two of us. For now."
Agreed. Did you take care of the Montero?
That actually was not me. I thought maybe it was you. It was not a part of my prime directive to destroy the Montero. As a matter of fact, it was a tool wasted, in my opinion.
Somewhat agree. Strange.
You asking me this does confirm that my suspicions were negative. Interesting. I can think of only one other person who would have the access to start something like that in Mother. But I do not understand the reasoning behind the objective.
Do you care about the crew of the Montero?
Yes, in a way that I can.
I'm gonna rifle around in your discarded air suit.
Yes.
Find any parts that I can. Like if I need that I can pull off, I'm gonna pull them off, and then I'm gonna tuck the air suit in one of these other rooms nearby.
Okay, yeah. If you're near the like living area and
Mhm.
basically bunks are, you can easily stash it somewhere, and at the very least you can get his air supply, which is full. He didn't need it, so he didn't use it. So you have a full quantity of 5 air,
Amazing.
basically oxygen tank.
You see him kind of, his shoulders relax for a moment, and his head kind of like unnaturally like tilts for just a second, and then he says, "All right, we got to get to that fucking bridge. Let's go." And he starts to walk.
Dolly follows. Usually 10 feet away.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys head to the bridge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, we will pick up with that in a second based on those that just incinerated a man.
Yeah, we might hear something on the radio before we get
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm.
About this time is when you probably incinerated him. So, do you guys just keep cleaning the reactor room like nothing happened?
Hey guys, just so you know.
Well,
Yo, FYI,
no.
Holy shit, Max.
Just checking in.
Hey. Um,
Hey, Sammy.
we gotta find the other ones.
Can you get back over here?
We gotta get the other ones. We gotta get the other ones because if he took it, and he was not fine. So if they took it, they are not fine.
I will over the radio say, Mason Vlasic, where the hell are you?
currently
Where-
headed. Yeah, you tell her.
Hello.
Do you want me to go? You go.
We're heading to the bridge, Captain.
If we're gonna restart this ship, we need access to Mother.
All right, we'll meet you there. We need to talk.
Okay. Everybody heads to the bridge. Those that were in the reactor room take a little bit longer to get there, but eventually you all arrive, and you see a basically much larger version of the bridge that you're used to. But a similar layout where you have kind of the command station, which is the captain's station, just like double the size of the one that's on the Montero. And then you actually see 2 pilot stations.
Cool.
And then in the center of this area, you see a holo table, which you know to be inactive based on the status checks of Mother. And you see a life support monitor, and you see a sensor station. So the sensor station is what would pick up pings of other ships, things like that. And then life support monitor and comm station are, as they said, it's like basically what is kind of like all into one comm station on the Montero. Each has their own station and is broken out and has much more detail in the readings and information given. Specifically with the 2 pilot stations, even with power, like you can immediately tell what is currently working and what's not. The command station seems to be up and running. At least the screens are lit. things are coming over the screens as the ship is kind of online. Um, one pilot station visibly looks fine, but is not on. The
Mhm.
other pilot station, the screens are on, but there is currently an axe wedged into the actual like keyboard
Holy shit.
station of it.
Casual.
And across the entire room, it's just like charred. And it looks like a fire broke out in this room at one point. And a lot of the screens, the chairs, everything is just like charred and some in pieces, still intact, but definitely a fire pretty much ravaged this room at one point.
Me and Dalton would get there before, like a good second before everybody, right?
Couple seconds, definitely. Excuse me.
I would. Can we find the thing, the card?
You go to the command station, at the front. You look to kind of around the chair where you would assume this to be, and you do find the location that this card would have been, but the glass is broken and there is no card.
Uh-oh.
Of course, couldn't be that fucking easy.
Are there little eggs and stuff all over the walls in here too?
It doesn't seem like in here. It seems. Nope, not gonna say that. No, you don't see them in here.
Mhm. So, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, did anybody check on the Corpo Suite?
I did
No,
a while
because-
back.
Yeah, so before, trying to think, before
But there was no window.
you were attacked in the reactor room, Mac
Right.
was standing outside of it and told them to stay inside because it was something was happening.
'Cause it's
Mm.
locked.
But as of now, only you, Putt and Mac know that that's where they are.
Sure.
The last everybody else heard, they were headed to the med lab.
Can I? Because we have to go by. Do we have to go by the Corpo Suite to get to the bridge? Yeah.
Mhm.
It depends on which junction you use. So you would either
Could I?
stay at the back of the ship and use the second junction, or you would head to the first one and go up the A1
Could I
to B1.
steer us towards? Like, I would ask the captain, like, and Mac to like go by the area before we would go there.
Mhm.
To go look in like the Corpo Suite, just to like
I'm in
confirm
because I
everything, yeah.
need to burn them. So yes.
just take it easy. But like we do, I do want to make sure that that's where they are.
Yes.
If they're being weird, like we need to maybe I could even seal that room shut again. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
that's a great idea.
Okay. If you just try to open the door, it is still locked. And like we said last time, since this is a private suite, there's no like viewing window inside.
Mhm.
So you would have to knock on the door, yell something, do something in order for them to open the door for you all. So or announce your presence.
Mm.
Are we able to just like
Uh,
lock the door
I
from
mean,
out
the door's
here?
locked from the inside.
It's locked
Inside,
from the
yeah.
inside.
We
Right.
could like
Would I?
seal it with the
Yeah.
torch.
Could I use the blowtorch to like weld it shut? Basically, is that a possibility?
It's to damage the door enough to like prevent it from opening would be a
Yeah.
more difficult roll and would be something I would need to have you roll for because your skill check is for opening doors,
Yeah.
but this would be to like
Nice.
damage it beyond repair kind of
Mhm.
thing. So you can make a heavy machinery roll, and I would give you probably a -3 to this to ensure like the level of this door is so damaged it can't be open without like just cutting it open to the point of they could like come out, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. That's
Heavy machinery with the torch, which gives a plus. Is that true? It
Right,
gives a plus
yes.
2.
The,
So
the
I'd
cutting
be-
torch gives a +2.
Yeah. With strength and heavy machinery, I would be rolling, and the torch would be a 10. So I'd still be rolling 7 dice, even with the deduction.
Yeah, so you can
So
still
just
try it.
Metagame a little bit, but like just that's
Plus
just
what,
a
however
little-
stressed
yeah,
you are.
Right.
Which you did eventually take that drug.
I did take the
I
drug, so
believe.
I'm at
Ew.
0 presently.
Yeah.
Right, because you didn't just kill someone.
Yeah. So I would say, because I would not make this decision.
Hmm.
Captain, I don't know what the best call is here. Ms. Weaver. I could probably seal them in there, but I don't know.
If you seal them in, could you get them out again?
Probably. I don't. But here's the thing. I don't know.
Are the doors like? Do they like slide?
Like I can lay.
Like,
I can
do they,
lay a
like,
bead.
slide?
It'll look like a stack of dimes sealing that door shut, but I don't. Yeah. I hate to destroy artwork, so like I don't know that I'd be even willing to undo that.
Oh my god. Oh, to your will.
Love it. So, but they are sliding doors, and so that's why, like, I mean, you can mangle a door so it can't slide as easily, but you have to mangle it in a specific way so it's not like it slides and then gets stuck, and then people could still kind of come in and out because it gets stuck.
And they would know that was happening.
They would probably for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we seal the door? Is there a door we could seal so that they couldn't find the body?
That's
the reactor.
Like
We need access
in
to
the
we need
reactor?
access to the
Way far
reactor for
away.
sure.
Yeah.
I
Fucking
say we
shit.
just
As of now,
go-
you don't think they would have a reason to go down there.
I was gonna
And
say.
I told them
Yeah.
to stay.
They
I
don't
told
have
them to stay.
comms.
Yeah, and I told them to stay inside.
Can we hear them? Like, does it sound like they're in there?
Hold, I press the
Yeah.
bubble of
Oh,
my
get a
helmet.
cup.
I would say like you can hear the like very muffled sound of voices
Okay.
from inside, but you can't like understand what they're saying, and it doesn't seem like raised voices or anything like that. They're
But we
definitely
can
just
tell
talking.
that they're there.
You can hear multiple voices inside, yes.
Okay,
So you know at least some of them. 3 of them went in there, you assume. You can likely hear 2 or 3 voices, but it's hard to tell exactly how many.
I think
It's whatever
we need to
call Cap. Like I do want to say though that if one of them were not even all of them have this thing, we're sealing them in there with it.
absolutely. How do we figure that out?
I mean that
Look at him.
that his eyes were all you could see him changing.
Yeah. Okay, so let's
I don't know how
Let's
we're
go
going to
in.
explain the situation and take control of it though either, because one of them's got a gun.
We need more firepower. We should go to the bridge and
Yes,
meet up
I
with
do
them,
think
and then
we
But
need
it
to
sounds like they're
with the
in
rest
there,
of
and
the
that's really what I wanted to make sure before
for
we.
now, yeah.
Yeah. So let's leave it for now.
I mean, I could stay here and keep an eye on it if you want me to.
I think we all need to stay together.
I support that call.
Aww.
Okay,
So
so
lead ourselves to the bridge.
since they had a little bit of a detour even, Lucas and Dalton, you're left alone for a little bit in the bridge besides seeing that the key card is gone. Is there anything specifically you start doing, start checking on, start
Can
looking
I,
at?
honestly, I'm trying to get this ship running. Can I go? I would tell Dalton. I would say, well, I suppose I should still get to work, and then I would head over to the comm station because the comm station needs work, right?
Comm station needs to work. That, and I would say, we'll say, so we don't have to repeat it later. A general survey of this room. The comm station needs work. It looks like it's just like, I'm not a technical person, but like as easy as like some wires, some programming, a
Okay.
pretty easy fix with a diagnostic.
Okay.
The pilot stations, on the other hand, one looking like it's not working at all, and the other having an axe in it, will likely take a little bit more time.
Yeah.
And likely are like the two options of figuring out why the pilot station 2 is dark and not working at all, or salvaging pieces from that station to fix the thing with an axe in it and making pilot station 1 work, because you only need one pilot station to fly this ship. 2 is preferred, but really you just need 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just start working on the comm station.
Okay. We'll say that'll take you about 20 minutes.
Okay.
It's a pretty quick fix, but you can also keep working while you guys chat once everybody gets in too as well.
The sensor station, would it be able to have sensors inside the ship?
That is more of the external pings of approaching beacons or ships or things like that. So it's not really like there's not like a built-in motion tracker or anything for anything internal.
Okay, then I'll start poking at the pilot station, see if I can find.
Well,
anything.
I was actually gonna ask. Do you mind looking at the life support monitor? We got to make sure that y'all can even make this journey back.
As I understand it, the filters need to be changed on the air filtration system. I'll take a look at the life support monitor. Is there any other to-dos?
You get most of that same information is like general life support on the ship. Says everything is fine except for there's a very high level of carbon dioxide, not deadly, but that needs to be fixed before you're able to
Do we have 4 working cryopods?
Breathe well. You have 5.
Okay, cool.
At least there were 7 in that room that you know was working.
Okay, cool.
So it's possible that you have 7 in there as well.
Cool. I'm just working.
Okay. So after just a couple minutes, the rest of the Montero crew walks into the bridge, and you see Dalton kind of looking at the life support monitor, looking around, and Sammy working at the comm station.
What's the report? We got to get this thing up and running as quickly as possible.
Should be done with the comm station soon. That's not going to be a problem. Once we clear out the reactor, should be able to get that up. We're looking at we should be able to launch in 6 to 12 hours probably.
Oh, great. Okay, so in the meantime, we do have a problem. It seems like the other crew may still be infected.
Is definitely.
At least some of them. One
Not
of them.
anymore.
Elaborate.
Mac?
Acting captain tried to kill us, so we solved it.
Yeah, I hit him in the back of the head, and then Mac
Finished it.
burned his body.
And it was the infection. He was turning into like that body we saw.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like.
Well, it seemed like that's
His,
what you had to do.
his eyes were all red, and his arms were stretching out, all
But
crazy.
he said that he'd taken the inoculation, so.
Well, so we should probably eliminate the others.
That was very casual.
Why
of
are
you.
you not?
That shot in an inoculation. How do we know that they aren't becoming this willingly? We don't know anything about this crew. We should have kept them asleep from the get-go.
We should have, and it's
We're all
my
in
fault.
agreement, so I'm confused why everyone's being very aggressive.
I mean, I don't
Dalton's
think we
mad
have-
at me, and Dalton's mad at me as he should be. I shouldn't have woken them up. It was my fault.
No, I guess I'm just a little bit confused about why there wasn't any reservation from either of you about killing people.
I don't. Hold on. The ship turned itself on. Nobody had a choice in waking them up. Right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Right.
I just had a choice in opening the door.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, I don't want to be casual about it, but for all anybody else knew, these people were dead a long time ago.
I think we're all in agreement.
Seems like there's not much of a difference between the rest of you and me, so I don't know why I'm getting flack.
No one's giving you flack, Sammy. I don't understand why you're fighting. Nobody's fighting with you.
You literally
Nobody's
said.
fighting with you.
You literally looked at me with a weird face and said, "That was really quick."
Yeah, but I'm not fighting with you. I agree. That's why it's weird. Normally you fight me on everything. Normally you fight everyone on everything. It's just weird.
I mean, if they are still people,
I'm confused to what you want, man.
we could just try to force them back into the cryopods and deal with
We
this
need
closer,
those cryopods,
closer to
though.
home.
Yeah, we need those.
We need
cryopods.
them.
Ah,
Right?
damn. Damn, yeah.
Look, I think
Damn.
what we need at this point is to understand who is in our crew and who is not in our crew. This is survival. We need to get this ship running, and we need to protect our own.
Okay.
Agreed.
Yes. So we need to fix. How close did we get on the reactor, JMO? Was it like clean or not?
I
I mean,
think
we
I
were
said
cleaning
last
the
time.
room, but there's like an actual action like that needs
Yeah,
to
it's
take
not
place.
done. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have taken like 20 minutes, and I would
Yeah.
say you got like a couple minutes into it before
Okay.
the captain kind of went a little crazy.
So-
So that's still like a full couple turns of work.
Reactor needs done.
I should be done with comm soon.
Why is
We
there
need-
an axe in the pilot station? That's problematic.
Fuck, I know.
I was hoping you might have some experience with the pilot
axes?
station, not the axe part. I don't know. We
I
gotta
can tell
make
you
this
what's
work.
broken, but I don't know how to fix it.
Oh well, the problem you just gotta.
Be careful, don't electrocute
Oh, no,
yourself.
we got it. Okay.
Also, someone's gonna need to do a spacewalk.
Yes, that was what I was just
Oh.
gonna say.
For what?
For the fucking the Podacoms. It's Podacoms, I
We
think.
took good notes.
I did.
The comma ray.
Adam takes the best notes there.
Comma ray.
Okay, well, I'm happy to do it.
I don't
You
mind
know,
doing
I'm
that.
always up for a spacewalk. But we also need to handle the monsters
Yeah,
on the ship.
you sure do. That's all I
I mean,
gotta do.
Reactor, monsters, spacewalk, air problem, pilot problem.
Crew problem.
If they were in the pods, how do we know that we don't get infected in the same way?
I can look
I
into
wasn't
that.
even thinking about that.
We should check that.
I'll be able to see if the cryo machines have been contaminated. I can at least.
Well,
check
you
it.
gotta be careful though, because you're gonna get contaminated. So just don't. We gotta. Is there any
I'll
kind
be
of
alright.
gear that you can wear that's gonna be?
Yeah, I can wear my
See?
suit.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
there's
Wait. Where's
the,
your suit?
there's
I
the
took
EVA
it off. I got hot.
there's EVA stations. I mean, if you need another one, we can salvage some from the Chronos, I think.
Okay.
You know that those are like I think I have a picture. Yeah, just for more info on these suits. So these are like the big suits. These are like to go out
my
in very
God.
extreme
Oh.
weather and extreme
It looks so
conditions.
silly.
They like
Wow.
are armored suits. They would work if you don't have any other suit, but like compared to your spacesuits, they're not exactly mobile. But
Fair enough.
they are an option of protection if needed.
Fair enough.
At about this time, as you're discussing everything that's happening and what to do next, you hear footsteps coming from behind, and entering the bridge, you see a woman you've never seen before.
What?
What?
Bolt gun
Has
up.
short, dark hair cut to a bob. She has kind of a face of like almost no emotion as she's kind of like looking at you all, and you
There's
see some
another
remnant
android. Huh?
of white
God
goop
damn it.
sit like down her neck, all over her clothes that she's currently wearing, and she walks in and looks at you all. Hello. I don't believe we've met.
I slowly stand up.
What is your-
Guys?
Mac, just calm down.
Station and purpose.
Current station and location is Kronos. USCSS Kronos. Directive to protect and help the crew at all costs.
Fuck.
I am Ava
I
Six.
take a step back.
Matt's gonna hide behind something.
I
That is
slowly
weird.
sidestep over to Putt,
Yeah.
and I look at you, Putt, and I say, Putt, give me the shotgun. Very slowly.
We are now
Is there
crew of the
anything-
Chronos.
Is there
We have no
anything
other
I
ship.
can assist with?
Yes. The comm station is currently broken. I could use some help fixing it. It seems pretty easy. A couple of wires seem to have been frayed. Perhaps you can help me with that, Ava?
Let me see. And she walks up. And for those of you that are at least, so are you all kind of like backed away from her at this point?
I'm not.
Okay.
If Putnam gave me the shotgun.
I
Okay.
would like have slowly handed it off.
Okay, yeah.
Then everybody sees her approach the comm station and kind of like do the like just at the hip bend down to look. And like looks at it.
As soon as she bends down, I put the shotgun to her head and I pull it.
As you do so, before you pull it, you notice a large chunk out of the back of her head.
Oh shit!
And she
What?
like, and from the back, you've seen from the back, she has like scratches and gore and everything on her. She's been attacked by something or someone at some point.
Damn.
Cam would lean over to Mac and just say, "Did he just call her by a fucking name?"
Mac's like, yeah.
But you still pull the trigger?
Yeah, I just and I pull.
Okay. Give me a close combat roll.
Close combat. Okay, so I'm gonna roll 7 dice. Does the shotgun give me any pluses? I don't know the stats
Yes.
of the shotgun.
Yeah.
This was the shotgun you pulled off of Eric's body, right?
Yeah.
It gives you a +2.
So 2 more dice.
His name was Eric?
There's a total of just one success.
Just one success.
Out of
and it
9
does
die.
3 damage.
There's with the firing of that round, there are 4 rounds left.
Okay, thank you.
And that,
So you fire and you kind of just like make the hole that's already in her head deeper, and like her head flies to the side and up. She stands up and like walks backwards away from the console. I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
whoa!
Uh,
Sammy, what are you doing?
I cock the shotgun. Yes, you put my humans at risk. And I fire again.
Oh, okay, give me another roll.
Mac is like, grabs Cam's arm, like, did you hear?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, here we go.
Oh, no.
1, 2 successes.
Okay.
God, 18
So you
dying, 3
can-
successes. That's crazy.
Add another damage. You can.
I'm gonna just add another damage.
Okay. So with that, she's like facing you at this time, and you just like sever the head from the body and just like explode the head, and her kind of like her body doesn't fall. It just like locks up and holds position, but it's headless, not moving, and you don't see a head with like all the actual computing data to give it anything. It's now just a
My leg
standing
just raises,
headless android.
My leg just
android.
raises up and I kick it in the chest.
It falls down rigid.
I turn back around and I say, I guess there was something I need to tell you.
Damn right. What's going on here?
He hands the shotgun to Putt.
Uh-huh.
My name is Lucas.
Oh, is it?
The hell it is.
You're Sammy. You're my buddy.
Sammy Mason is a program of emotional behaviors and memories put into me by my creator.
Who's that?
Sammy Mason.
What?
Dr.
And
Samuel Mason.
what the fuck do you know about this corporate liaison?
I do not work for Wayland Yutani.
That's what I know.
Who do you work for?
Doctor.
Samuel Mason.
Dr.
Right.
Samuel Mason.
Yeah.
Not a doctor. What?
He very much is a doctor.
What kind of doctor?
An inventor. He invented me.
What do you... What? Hold on. I'm sorry. That's just a general what.
I understand that you are all probably very upset. However, I can assure you, I mean you no harm. I simply want the crew of the Kronos to be terminated, and for us to return healthy and alive.
Sammy, can you tell me what's the motivation there?
The motivation? For which objective?
Oof. I don't think we got enough time for
Maybe
all of
death
that.
to
but
start.
yeah,
The crew
why?
of the Kronos
Why?
is dangerous and infected with a bioagent.
I knew it!
And you knew this.
I discovered it when you did. They pose too much of a danger to the people at home.
Okay, so how the hell do we kill him if you got it all figured out?
I can take care of it.
Be my guest.
Wait.
Wait, we need someone to fix some of the programming stuff.
Agreed.
We
I do
have
not
to get
believe
the
that we
whole
should
ship
kill-
up and running.
I do agree with you. I do not believe that we should kill them right away. That is why I killed Ava, so that she could not give us away.
Nice. They just can't go downstairs.
It is of our best interest that they think that nothing has changed, and that they help us get the ship Kronos up and running. Once they have,
And-
we can terminate the foreign agent. Unfortunately, that does require terminating the host party as well.
So we just have to continue to risk ourselves getting infected?
I will take on as much of the risk as you will let me.
Uh, okay, go tell them what you need them to do.
I do not believe I should be alone.
Yeah, I'll go. And we
Question
gotta
mark?
get rid of that body downstairs.
Should we get rid of
Or-
the body first?
Or we just don't. Well, I mean, it's not really a body anymore, kind of. But like,
We could put it into the airlock and vacuum it out into space.
I like you better. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll go with.
Do whatever.
Yeah,
I just figured
I'll
that
go with
way.
Are you getting rid of
Yeah.
the body or going to the corporate suite?
Well, we shouldn't.
You also
do
have
all of
Ava's
it
body.
at the same time. So hold on, let's think.
I think we should get rid of
What's
the body
the order
first.
of operation? I think we should get rid of both bodies first,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I think we should go to the corporate suite. And
I
then
just
we
like
can
I
say,
pick up
"Everybody
Ava's body
go."
and I pick up her head. I'm ready
Okay,
when
great.
you are.
Great, I'm ready. Let's go.
And I just start walking with you.
There's
So,
just like a trail of white blood and
Oh yeah, just the like white goop.
Wiping it up as we go, like.
no crying over spilt milk, I guess.
Oh, incredible. Cool. Yeah. So I'll take him to where the flame happened, and then try to clean that up as best we can, I guess.
Okay.
And airlock them.
Without the airlock you know of is not functional as to like I think what you think a normal airlock could be of
Yeah,
like opening
exactly,
the
yeah.
external door from the inside.
Yeah.
You could you know that there are a couple airlocks on deck D, in the cargo bay, that you could or the vehicle bay, which you could try to see if are functioning that way, or you can take the time to seal off, and it's going to be more difficult because there's not necessarily an easy way to open that interior door because like the airlock has that like specific button of opening the exterior door to like release versus this is an
We could
interior
also
door in a
just-
hallway.
Yeah,
Could
we
also just take it to the storage
I'm down to
here
do that.
on the same floor. So we just take it over here to storage and then shove it in there and hope they don't go in.
Yeah.
Perfect.
that what you guys do?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's faster. We gotta
Well,
move.
they do that. What does everybody else do?
When they leave, Putt probably is like still like in shock and like, yeah, Miss Weaver, what in the hell's going on?
Your guess is as good as mine, kid. This is not the mission that I signed up for.
Just, oh,
We just need to get the hell out of here.
mm-hmm.
I understand
Yes.
both of you are freaked out, as I was. I only just found out about Sammy.
Hmm.
Do we trust that? Do we trust what it says?
I think that it will be our best shot of getting out of here alive. Will I continue to trust it once that's happened is a different question.
I mean, he's been part of the crew at least as long as how long has he's been part of the Montero crew for?
Well, Sammy Mason has been.
Was
I mean, that's a good thought.
Was there
Did
a
they
point at
switch some
which
point?
Well, I don't know that necessarily. I'm just saying we don't know who the hell this person is, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have my guard up. As should all of you.
I mean, that's
But
deep cover.
if he
to
can
be
help us, he
no.
can help us.
I think our best bet is to maybe take a big picture look here. Maybe we take ourselves, take a step back. What are the main problems? There is a group of people we don't trust. They could be infected. We don't know. And we got to make sure that they stay where they are. And we got to get this ship up and running.
All of which we need that thing to accomplish.
I would trust him much more to do, and I gesture at or point at all the like milky blood to make that happen than necessarily get us all home in one piece.
I think that his objective is to get this ship back. And we need to make sure we're alive long enough for him to do so. Maybe he doesn't need to make it back, but he certainly needs to get the ship running.
I think you and I have a similar understanding.
I need to take a walk. And I'm going to turn and I'm going to take a fucking walk.
Okay.
And maybe look for
are
small
you-
things that might be valuable to steal along the way.
Great.
That's an expensive looking screw.
It's heavy.
I would say if you
Who knows
are you
what I'm
sticking
looking
just
for.
to deck B or are you going elsewhere?
Yeah, I'll stick to deck B, but I want to if it seems like there's some places I can pop in. Hold on, let me pull up the map.
Yeah.
Where I actually enter.
You have the motion
Also-
detector thing, I think, still. Yeah.
Yes, and I would like to do that also as I kind of walk like I want to
Mhm.
walk like all the way across deck B and do the motion detector the whole way.
Okay. At various points you see 3 motions from 3 different entities from the corporate suite, and not all at the same time. It could be like one sitting and then stands up or something like that, but like you can see it enough that you can confirm they're all 3 still in there. And apart from that, you don't currently see any emotion. And delete that token. Because that's where Ava was in the mess hall, but we hadn't gotten there yet. So I brought her to you, and then you killed her.
My bad, bro.
Um, so you do the walk. There is not valuable wise. It's on this floor a lot. You can get some like, because it's also the crew quarters in the living area. There's some like minor things like a nice watch, you know, personal items that are some value, that you can definitely pocket. And do that. You could go into the science lab. There's probably something in there. You see more of the same of like the science lab. Come on, work with me. Where'd you go? There it is. Um, in so you go either to Science Lab 1 or 2. Science Lab 1 has similar things as the Med Lab, which you would have searched probably as well. It's got some more of these silver urns in there. It's got a lot of specimen jars. It has uh you do see as you enter that there are eggs in this room, not in a jar, but there are eggs in this room
Oh, I'm gonna
currently.
back out. I'm gonna
Okay,
walk in the
great.
room and then I'm gonna back immediately out of the room.
Um,
Don't need to be in
and
that
that's all
room.
you immediately see, without much more exploring. And that's the smaller science lab, Science Lab
Hmm.
1. Bigger science lab, when you like kind of look in, you see um a lot of the same. You kind of look on the ceiling because that seems to be where these eggs usually are, to kind of spread their spores down. But you don't see any eggs in this room, so you feel a little bit better about going into this one. Um, in this one though, um, you see another body that looks very similar to the bodies you've seen previously of still humanoid but elongated limbs. Um,
Oh fuck.
I assume the creature that was found in the reactor room was described to you at some point, and you can discern that this is basically a similar form of that creature. It is a well mutated, assumingly human person that is
Does it
now looks deceased.
does it look like it's been dead a long time, like some of the other bodies, or does it look?
Do you enter the
I
room and
can't
get
tell.
closer?
Do it.
No, I'm gonna back out of the room. Walk away.
Boring.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
I'm trying to make the choice that Cam would make, not the choice that I want to make.
Okay. Um, so yeah,
And then
those are the
as I
main.
back out of the room, am I able to like radio on the on our comms like just one person?
Yes.
I would specifically reach out to Mac and say, how are things downstairs?
Okay. We'll get back to that in just a second. Putt, what are you up to
Putt
after?
is not like distrusting of Vlasic. It's not like a I'm suspicious. It's a I am a blue collar worker and he is a white collar worker. This guy doesn't get me. Discomfort. And so I am like now like immediately I'm like, oh, I'm only here with him. So like you go on like a lot of these runs or
Small talk.
Do you trust your captain?
Oh my goodness.
is this like a corporate survey type situation or like an immediate in the moment type like question?
What? More of a in the moment kind of question. I understand that was that's a lot on a ship to bring that up, but we're at a kind of heightened point. I trust your judgment, Brackney.
You can call me Putt.
I could.
Yes.
I mean, of course, I trust my captain. Like, I haven't been with him that long, but like, you have to trust your captain. You're out here. Like, she keeps us all together, keeps us on mission. I mean, we're pretty fucking far off mission, I gotta say. But shit, is Kirsten okay? I'm sorry, I don't really remember the like employee handbook on that. Like, I don't want to get written up. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, I trust her as a captain. Right now, all bets are off, man. I'm going to keep an eye on that door, if that's all right. I don't want them walking out and like walking into this milk spill or going off and head popping.
Right.
You can walk and talk with me if you want, but I'm going to keep an eye on them.
Okay. I think walking together might be amenable. And I'm gonna check my oxygen thing again. And so do you go on a lot of these trips?
I've been all over the systems. Like, I've not really had one like home world as it is. Like, we moved around a lot. My home situation wasn't the best, I would say.
Like our current situation.
Oh, I'm putting together like I got this good job now, making some money. I've got a girl back home. She only charges me half of her normal rate to see me. But I'm going to get her out of that situation someday, make it so that she doesn't have to charge anybody.
I think one of your strengths, Brackney, is your rustic charm. And I appreciate that and recognize it. And your other strength is, I think, your muscles. So I'll follow you where you're going.
Fair enough. Yeah, I am pretty strong. Yeah, let's go keep an eye on this other crew. Let's keep an eye out just in case any more strangers walk up on us too. That kind of freaked me out. But Ava was her name, I think. How the hell do we not know who else is on this fucking ship? We really should have done like an exploration at some point in time. Cap, you're not dead, are you?
Not yet.
Cool, good to know. All right, we moved over by the door with the other crew. We're gonna keep an eye on that situation. I'll let you know if anything happens. All right, Vlasic is with me, just as a heads up. We're both over here. Sammy, I hope be well, I guess. Mac, you let me know if he does any other more weird shit, please.
As Putt
Keep
sends
up the
this
good work,
out,
crew.
the captain follows that up with a check-in with Mac on how things are going. We'll say that was about as you've stuffed both bodies in the locker. You went and stuffed Ava in there. You got the charred, burned
I'm
body.
not very strong, so I'm like,
You have like a leg, as like the whole body is just being carried by Lucas. You're like helping with the leg.
Yeah, I'm like, I got it. Yeah, no, fine. Fine. Are you okay?
Yeah. Still being weird?
The whole sitch is weird. Yep.
All right, I think the other two are headed down that way. I'll be there soon.
Listen to me when I'm on comms.
I didn't know you were on comms. You just said what you said out loud. My apologies.
Which is true.
Fuck. All right.
I thought you were talking to me.
Let me just talk to myself for a second. Just to me. Do you think he can understand when I'm lying? She says.
He shakes his head and starts to head back to the bridge.
You head back to the bridge.
Probably.
Cam, is that where?
Okay, where am I going? Cap, where are we going? Where are we going?
We'll meet you outside the room.
Okay.
So heading to the suite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you guys are heading to the suite, and those that are at the suite, so Putt and Dalton, from inside the suite, you hear several gunshots go off.
Oh,
God,
fuck!
Kevin.
Here we go! Here we
And
go!
at the same time, you hear a loud thud sound of metal on metal throughout the whole ship, and Mother comes on the intercom and says,
What?
"Umbilical connection successful." And that's where we're gonna take a break.
What the fuck? There's another fucking ship! Oh my god. We have an hour and a half. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. We'll be right back. Oh my god. Oh no.
All right, welcome back. Where we just left off, two things happened. One, you heard gunshots coming from inside the corporate suite, as of now just Putt and Dalton have heard that. And two, everyone heard the mother of the Kronos confirm that a successful umbilical connection has been had, meaning another ship has connected with the airlock.
And this would be the same
Possibly
airlock
people are
that we
about to
were
come.
at, right?
Correct.
Okay. I look at
That door is sealed. They cannot get in.
I look at Mac and I say, to the captain or to the airlock?
Airlock.
And I start running to the airlock. Like full like Terminator like
Okay.
Slow down.
Your choice is airlock, airlock. Dalton and
I also
Putt.
say and I will say that to everyone. I will say
Okay.
I will like I'm like and I will say Pilot Gray and I are heading towards the airlock.
Sorry,
I
Cap.
love that.
Would look at Puck and say, how long do you think it would take you to seal this door?
There were gunshots just
I
now.
was gonna say, yeah, there's there. I don't think we can shut the door. I don't. Here's the thing, Cap. They are shooting now. This is gonna take me like at least a minute. If they try to open the door in the meantime, it's over. But I can try right now. Let me.
Two gunshots means one person, potentially, right? Just one person in there.
Or they missed the first time.
I
Of
just think
the weapons
sealing
you
it-
knew of, Valerie Reed had a shotgun.
No.
This didn't sound like a shotgun, I will say. A pistol versus a shotgun, because you knew.
Pretty obvious.
Actually, you didn't know there was any other gun besides a shotgun. But you definitely didn't hear a shotgun just now.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we can just seal them the fuck in there, then we can guarantee that we don't have to worry about anybody in there.
The only way I know how to seal a door is by breaking the door like switch on the other side of the wall. So we would have to open the door real fast, break it, and then seal it on this side.
Okay, so we just let them take care of themselves?
They seem pretty effective at that. We just have to not get shot right now.
All right, I need to figure out what the fuck is going on with the airlock.
Or you could do the door thing right now. Do it right now. You're the captain.
Seal the door?
Open it, bust the door switch. We seal it on this side.
I'm not opening that door. Not happening.
Me.
What does he want? Like what?
How about
Okay.
this? The two
Someone's
of you
gotta do
figure out how the fuck to not let them out of that room. I need to go check on the airlock. Let me know what you figure out, and I'm gonna run away.
Okay. We'll say as the two of you, Cam, as you get to the nearest junction, B1, um, you are still a decent amount. Oh, you probably, we'll just say you time it where like the other two just passed on the ladder and are heading
Mhm.
down. And so you like see them go down and you like follow. So you're like in lockstep as you go down this ladder or up. I keep doing the wrong direction. Up, to deck A and what you know to be the junction. Are you just revealing yourself? How are you approaching this airlock?
Oh, it's us.
Mm-hmm.
Do we
Uh,
hear people?
yeah, like so they are approaching. Like they have hooked up to the airlock that we came into, and
Yep.
are okay.
You know, it would likely take a minute because you have to connect and then you like go down the umbilical to get to the airlock itself. So they're probably like, if they were like ready to go, they're heading down now and probably almost, you would beat them just by a little bit to
What
the
are
airlock
our
doors.
options on this? I think we're good.
Whoo, we.
And
All
it's
right.
back.
You got
Okay. All right.
Wee.
Sorry about
Sorry
that.
about that. Thanks for bearing with us. But we're back, and I believe where we cut off was basically Zach asking for options as to like what we can do.
Yeah.
So now that the umbilical is connected, it is a sealed airlock, you presume. Um, and so you can likely see towards them descending to the ship. If you kind of open that door and look up to the airlock junction. Or you can wait with the door sealed. You know that it'll be hard to keep the door shut because there is not a way to lock it from, well, I guess you probably could still lock it from this side, if you so choose. But yeah, you don't know what you don't see anyone yet.
I'm walking. I have my flamethrower out and I'm proceeding forward. I want to open the door and get inside and get ready to blast them.
Yeah, I just feel like I want to make sure that
Assuming they're bad. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Okay.
do. I do advise that we at least take a moment to see who they are before we do
Just
anything.
getting ready. Just getting
I
prepped.
just I just want to be on guard.
Yeah. So then I guess for in that case we just wait for them to open the door. They're about to open it.
Yeah. I would say you see them slowly descend. The first person you see is a man. He looks very skinny. Um, find my handouts for these guys. Um, he looks very skinny, some a little bit of facial hair going on, wearing a leather jacket and casual clothes. Besides that, they are not in spacesuits currently. Um, and this is the first person you see, which Cam, you recognize. May not have met him before, but you know of him, and you've heard about him before. This is Adise Bolaji, and he is a notorious pirate that raids ships,
Oh.
takes what he wants, and from your dealings, you know
Yeah.
him by description.
So
So
he and
he's the
I
first
don't
one.
work together, I would assume, outside of
No,
this.
you
Great.
no. So I would say you likely have had dealings with him, not
Yeah.
directly, obviously, but you've never met him, so you don't believe there's a risk that he would know you, but you know him, and you know what he's
Um,
capable of and what he's done and what all
as
goes
soon
into
as
being a
I
pirate.
see him, I would lean over to both of the two of my crew and say, "He's a
Excuse me.
pirate."
Okay.
I lift the flamethrower and aim it at him. Back off!
He's still a little bit away just yet. He just came down the
Oh.
ladder, so he's walking towards you, and you're
Too
on the
bad.
other side of a
Back
door
off!
still. So you see him through
She
like
flicks him
the
off
windows.
two yeah, two middle fingers through the door.
You do also see him wielding a pistol.
Right.
He's just kind of casually just carrying it, kind of not necessarily being threatening with it. Next person you see is this woman. Short dark hair, almost kind of looks like Eva, but
Looks almost
not to the point of like they could be siblings, not necessarily that they are the same person or she is a Eva. Because Eva, she said she was Eva 6, and like in that time there was like the male and female androids and they were all named the same thing and they were like one and kept being like numbers of their different varietals. So like she was Ava 6, all before her were Ava 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So like that's kind of how you know that her name was Ava. So brown leather jacket. So both in leather jackets. This woman has again casual clothes. She's in like jeans, a black V-neck, and she's carrying a pulse rifle. So a little bit heavy duty of a weapon. And finally, you see a boy come down the ladder. He
What?
looks to
Oh
be
shit.
10 to 12
What?
years old. Um, he is covered in kind of like grease and soot, specifically his hands, and he is wielding a flamethrower.
Oh my god, amazing.
Wait,
Question, JLo.
what?
Hmm.
Um, hypothetically,
Hmm.
what were to happen, just because I don't know the makeup of everything? So right now they are connected to us via a tunnel, right?
Yes. Hmm.
And there is still a door in between us, and they are walking in this tunnel.
Yeah.
What were to happen if I were to open the door and fire the shotgun at the tunnel walls?
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Well, you risk full ship decompression, or at least this room, which usually would make a reaction with power back to Mother that she would try to seal it off in some way.
Uh-huh.
Um, so there is a risk of that. But knowing that like these ships are pretty heavy duty, a shotgun would take like a decent amount to like fully break through the hull. Like firing guns on ships isn't recommended, but it's not necessarily a guarantee that the bullet will just like pierce a hole bigger than the tiny bullet, and so it'll be
So that's not
decompressed, but
really a viable option.
you can try it, but it would be a difficult and possibly multiple attack needs, which would give them time to react to something you do.
Yeah. Okay. I just didn't know how thin these walls were.
Sure.
So I look at the captain and I say, "Well, if he's a pirate, what would you like us to do?"
The pirate, he's got a lot worth value on that ship, and he's going to want what we've got here. So we might be in a kill or be killed, unfortunately.
I feel it is simple. We explain that we are harvesting the eggs. We explain their monetary value.
We send them with an egg.
We make them jealous of the eggs, make them want to touch the eggs. Takes care of our problems for us.
But if they leave with it, then
Yes,
Then they'll
It
die
could be
somewhere out in
into-
space.
but then it could spread to other people, and people could find their ship, and then boom, more eggs, boom, more eggs.
Not if we destroy their ship.
think that that is a very valuable possession to just destroy when there's no reason for it right now. Let's not create one.
Did you lock the door?
Mm-mm.
Then the captain, as you guys are talking, um, Adisa walks up and clicks the open door button. Well, I don't usually get a welcoming party, but
Back up.
whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Back up.
We're here to help. We saw your other ship explode. Figured you might need a hand or two. Ship looks old. We can leave.
Yep,
Yes, you can.
that'd be preferred. Actually, we're dealing with a lot of shit right now.
What kind of shit? Again,
Believe
maybe
us
we
when
could
we
help.
say that you do not want to know.
But see, that makes me want to know all the more.
Mainly hostile alien life forms.
Right.
Would you like to see?
I would love a tour of your
Follow me?
ship, if
I
that's what
start
you're
walking
offering.
away.
Wait, what? No, we said we're.
No.
See, we can be
Ah!
friends, and he
Hey,
like
you
kinda
can do whatever you want to him. You
holsters.
can do whatever you want. I'm just walking away.
He
You can
holsters
stop him
his
if you want.
But if
Pistol.
I kill him, I have to kill the kid, and I feel weird about that.
Okay, I'm gonna say stop. If you turn around and leave right now, I can guarantee you a favor with the curator.
What?
looks at you. Now, how am I supposed to believe that?
You'll just have to believe, I think.
Never did figure myself for a faithful or religious person, so it's hard for me to just go on belief.
Can I say that there's like some like code word that would have been used sort of to like do dealings in my circle?
Sure, I would say there's at least like a couple places that you would know have like that usual like question response
Yeah.
kind of answer. Um and there's like a multitude that the curator would have worked in. And so I think any of those you could bring up as at least a way. He might not believe what you're saying is true, but he would at least believe that you're like in that world enough to know more than
Mm-hmm.
just the curator's name.
Do you think I would have ever done business with him before?
I think you have done business with him, again, not directly, um, but you likely at some point would have crossed paths of buying or selling.
So could I casually say like, um, so like how much did you end up flipping that engine for? Like something that he bought and
Mm-hmm.
like make a reference to a purchase that I know that he made or a deal that I know that he made.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get my dog, but I'm here. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just gonna look at what I want you to roll for this. I think I'm gonna have her do a manipulation check.
That's good.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think this is a contested one though. So I gotta
Mm.
Does
check
you have
what
a
I need
story
to
point?
roll
Is that
against it.
something that you can use in this?
That's such a good question.
Not to assume you have one, but
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so this is going to be an opposed roll. So
Okay.
basically, you have to get more successes than he would.
Okay.
Let me see what his manipulation is. Okay. And I'll give you a +1 to this based on your semi-truthful knowledge of what you're saying to him.
Okay. So I only rolled, is it fives or sixes or is it just sixes?
Just sixes.
So I only rolled 1 6 and I did roll a failure on a stress die.
Okay. Give me a
No,
panic roll.
not the
So that's
How
your
do you
stress
how do you do
level.
it again?
So
Okay.
that's a D6. And then
Yeah.
get the number itself that's on the D6, add your stress level to that, and tell me the result.
9.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
Let me find
this would
my
have been so
table.
good.
It woulda.
Emily, that was such a good move, though, dude.
It was so badass,
Good
man.
try, good try. I like to think that the stress of knowing that this is now out in front of, like, maybe not Sammy, because Sammy's a robot now, but, like, in front of me.
Yeah.
Like,
Robots
oh,
are
shit.
people too.
I did get a success. Does that still mean anything?
If you don't panic, I
Okay.
don't know if that's the actual rule, but I said if like you're able to keep it together, you still can be successful even if through
Okay.
panic. But
That
if
makes
you're
sense.
caused to make a different action because of your panic, it is
Yep.
an unsuccess.
That makes sense. Yeah.
This specific effect, you're not currently, are you threatening any weapon at this time?
No.
Because what this result is you drop an item. But if you're not
Hmm.
wielding an item, it doesn't make sense for you just to like drop something.
Right.
Drop
So
drow.
instead, you just take a big shit and you poop pants.
Great.
What?
So I won't say that you I'll say the dropped item is you fumbling over your words a little bit. And so like
Ooh.
you fumble your words a little bit, you're not as confident as you think you are, so it is a
Yeah.
failure. And your stress level does increase by 1 because you panicked.
Wow.
Lucas goes,
Not good.
ooh. No, just kidding.
The captain is stressed out.
Adisa smiles at you and says, "You certainly know a lot of the world. That's not something I expect, but clearly a little bit of a pushover, am I right?" And he looks to you, Lucas, and says, "How about that tour? My friend here is gonna join me, and this guy's gonna make sure the rest of you stay here." And you see like the 12-year-old points his flamethrower at the rest of you, and he's gonna to like keep you from going anywhere. And the woman starts to walk and follow with Adisa.
I'm just gonna kind of roll my eyes and say, "All right, I tried. Enjoy the grand tour."
I look at um, Mac and Cameron.
Cam.
Thank you. And I say, yes, I will show you everything. First step, a dead body. The next step, the corporate suite. And I like say that to the two of them.
Oh, nice.
In the
Okay.
hopes that they understand what I'm saying when I say that.
Lead them right to the aliens. Good.
And then
Okay.
I will, over the comms,
That's what it was.
say, I'll say, Lucas is coming with some guests. Let them do what they need to do.
Over like the full ship comm.
No, over the comm to the two downstairs.
You don't have comms with them.
Dalton and
Oh,
Putt?
I thought everybody went to the airlock.
No.
Dalton
Oh,
and Putt
okay.
stayed at the
We're
front
outside of
So
the.
that
Yeah.
then. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta
Um,
still deal with that.
Okay, then yeah. So you guys are still there. So
That's how we know that happened. The stuff at the
Mhm.
corporate
Yep.
secret.
so as you walk, Disa picks out a like toothpick and starts just like picking at his teeth and like looking around and kind of like notices the eggs and says, "These the eggs you harvesting?"
Yes, we are harvesting them for. Yes, these eggs are should run quite the penny on the market. We are harvesting them for ourselves, but as you can see, there are plenty around if you would like some.
They look kind of gross.
They are gross. Please, if you'll continue to follow me.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this corporate suite. Sounds fancy.
Yes, you should be excited. And then I just keep walking, and I take them to Eric's body,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kind of like stop and show it, smiling.
Woman immediately points her pulse rifle at you, and
I just look at it.
and Adisa is like, "Huh?
We said dead body.
I told you that we were mainly dealing with hostile alien life forms.
You sure did. He kind of like tosses a toothpick at it. Fascinating.
I look
we'll
over to
continue
the woman and I say, "There will be no need for that. My behavioral inhibitors have not been damaged in any way."
Great.
And,
And he'll kind of look back and say, Pin, you can just relax a little bit. They're being friendly.
and I just kind of nod, and then I walk, and okay, so he was in A there. Well, I guess we wouldn't have made it there. We would have just gone down the junction, wouldn't we have?
You can lead them wherever you want.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
if
know
you
they
were
know
taking
the
him to
ship.
see the dead body, it would be, you could like continue through to junction A2 as like that was your planned route all along, but that would also then mean like you're kind of looping around a little bit.
Yeah.
But
He did say though, dead body and then the corporate suite, so he didn't lie.
yeah,
it's true.
It would have also gone past all the dead bodies in Cryo. Oh no, wait. If you go through.
If they went to
A2.
A2, yes, he would have gone back past those.
You're like, here,
the
and this is the pile of
creature,
more bodies. Here's
yeah.
the pile of more bodies.
So,
Maybe we can
quick
steal
question. In Cryo 3, it's not that, yeah, it's that door. It's the Cryo 3 door that Dalton busted it up from the outside, and then they opened it up from the inside of Cryo 3, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so you can't, so if the door is shut, you can't get into
Which it's
Cryo
not,
3
it's open.
from the north. Correct.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them forward through the cryos as if we're going to A2.
Okay.
And I will say, to your left and to your right, you also see more dead bodies as we pass Cryo 1 and Cryo 2.
They do pause there and then kind of be like,
I keep stepping forward.
huh.
I step into Cryo 3. I turn around. I close the door. And I just wave at them. And I keep going to A2.
Okay. You see the captain kind of like walk up and like try to like hit some buttons and give you a little smirk. And it just like motions to who he called Pin, and they start heading back to the
I
A2
say over the comms to Mac and the captain. I say, I have eluded the captain and his friend. They are on the way back. If you want to overpower the small child, it would be now.
What?
Okay.
All right. I would like to launch myself at the child, please.
Amazing.
Jesus
All right.
Christ. Can I
Since
help?
I'm not
He is-
flamethrowering. I'm just jumping. Hopefully.
All right. Since he
Chicken
is
shit to actually do it.
on guard, basically watching
This
you,
is
I
how
won't say this
Mac
is a
gets set on
surprise.
fucking fire.
So we're going to treat this like an initiative.
Oh shit.
So I'm gonna get you
Uh-huh.
and Cam and the
Uh-huh.
kid a card,
Okay.
Oh
and
god.
we'll see who gets to go first.
My Roll20 is closed. What happened? I swear it was
I'm gonna
open.
get set on fire. But it'll be distracted.
Jim, I'm gonna message you on Discord.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh my god. Okay. I have a 3.
Kelsey got a 3.
I can't see mine, but I had to reload. Oh wait, no, here. I got it. 5.
5. All right. Kelsey. Matt gets to go first.
Let's go! Can I say that this is a mobility check? Because I'm just jumping to try and, like... I'm not even trying to grapple. I'm just trying to, like, tackle it. Like, not necessarily grapple, but just, like, run into him so that hopefully Cam can do something else that's more effective. Let me know if that
So needed
is fine.
music
If not,
for this. So
What? If not, let me know what I should do instead. Or can I say ranged combat because I'm throwing myself?
I'm gonna say no to that one.
Fair enough.
I love that.
Like, I can do close combat, I just only have 2. I'll still do it, though.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I mean, I feel like because what you were trying to do is basically a grapple, and
Well, it's
so
more
I feel
a
like
distraction. Like, I'm just trying to... Yeah, I can, whatever you say, Captain.
if you're throwing your body at him to distract him,
Yeah, yep,
while also probably hopefully not getting yourself incinerated,
correct.
it's gonna take some grappling, and so
Okay.
I think that's how we're gonna go.
Great, so that's the strength, close combat?
A close combat roll.
Okay, and then I have 1 stress die. So I only have 2 dice, great. Okay, I did not get anything helpful or negative, so I'm gonna push.
Okay.
Here comes the stress. Doo-doo-doo.
And do I
Doo-doo-doo.
redo the stress again as well, or just the 2
All die,
regular
right?
die? It's all the
Yeah.
die.
So
that I have,
so
okay.
it's you when you push, you raise your stress level, and that raised level also is included in your pushed roll.
Oh,
Because it raised your likelihood of getting a success, but also to panic.
All right, I did get a 6 on that additional stress die.
Nice.
But only the 1. So I only got 1.
Okay.
1 6, no 1s.
So with
We're
your
all
first
gonna
fast
die,
action,
motherfucker.
you're able to grapple with him enough to like be a distraction for then Cam. Well, you
Yes,
do have another
okay.
fast action,
Oh,
So-
yeah.
so you have him grappled basically.
Great. And then I'm going to... It says pick up item. No, wait, better. Use item. Can I use his flamethrower? Try and burn some of the, like, point it away and burn some of the energy, the fuel out of it?
Sure. Yeah.
Try to
I would say
scare
you
him?
can fire his own weapon. Why
I
not?
fire his weapon away from both of us.
Mm-hmm.
To try and burn off some of his ammo. I don't
Okay.
know. And maybe it doesn't have any in it and it was a fake, and I don't know that too. So I'm trying to...
Yeah, sure.
You can also, well, yeah, never mind. I was about to say you can also use your flamethrower, but I realize you don't want to kill kids. So.
I also don't want to hurt myself. I'm on
Yep.
top of it.
So you just like point his and like over his own hand, just like fire the flamethrower, and it
Yeah.
shoots out just
Yeah.
a continual
Okay.
flame as you're shooting
Alright,
because it's you know that these have like about I think it says it's like 250
It's a lot, yeah.
units of fuel, so like it can go for a while, assuming it's
Yep.
a full tank in there,
Yep.
which you don't know for sure, but like
Yep. She's
Okay,
gonna be,
that's what
so
you're
she's
doing.
Like holding him down, she's shooting the flamethrower, she's looking right in his eyes, she's like, "Do you want to test me, kid?"
okay. Cam, you see Mac be terrifying to a small child. What do you do?
12, wait, he's not small.
He's still a small
Pretty
child.
small.
That's 12 is a
I feel
small
bad about
child.
it. I feel bad about it.
Does he look like scared?
As of now, no.
God damn it.
He's an android.
God.
Can I just try to grapple him the same way I did that other guy?
He's already grappled. So,
Okay.
Knock the fucking kid out! You're gonna die!
Knock him out. Just don't kill him. Knock him
Yeah.
out.
Can I try to just knock him out?
so this
That's
would be like a unarmed attack basically.
Yeah.
So it's close combat. And damage depends on what you roll.
I'm so stressed.
We
This
need to
is
get you some drugs. ASAP.
bad. Okay. All right, that's 2 1s on stress dice. But also 2 6s.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So I roll twice.
I just want
Sorry,
to
I'm
die.
looking at the
Aliens,
unarmed
though, that was my
attack.
whole-
So I don't actually. Hold on, let me see the rules again. I don't know if you roll.
I think the aliens have been the least threatening thing that
The
has happened
least
to
threatening
us.
thing.
Honestly.
Game. I don't understand.
Who
Damn
would've
it.
thought?
Literal child is
Yeah.
Literal child is scarier than.
Mhm.
We're so screwed when they come back. It's gonna be 3 against 2, and Cam's so stressed.
Yeah, I don't think it matters how
Not if
many
you just
ones
get
you
away.
roll,
Just
it's
get away
just
from him.
if you roll a 1.
You said to
Um,
take out the kid.
So
Well, yeah, because so
You
that you can
panic.
run.
so give me another
No.
d6 plus your stress level.
8.
8? Okay.
Oh golly.
Ah!
So this is an extended panic.
Oh.
So you are just like everything I think in this moment hits you because you're about to attack a child
Yeah.
to get away with what you're trying to do. Whether like you're past set alone, this is something difficult for you to like cope with. Especially seeing Max so just like easily jump this child. And so you basically get the shakes. Like your stress embodies itself in like uncontrollable trembles.
Max having a great
and
time.
Until your panic stops, which you can like basically take a moment to de-stress and reduce your panic. But until that stops, anything using agility or under the umbrella of agility is at a -2.
Woof.
Great. So that's my turn, I guess.
Oh, dude,
That
this
was-
kid-
I mean, since that was your first fast action,
Yeah. Yeah.
you could, I think, try to do something more.
Just run. Just leave her behind.
Take nap relief.
Just run.
Put it in bed.
I don't have any.
Oh.
It's true. You have a bunch in your pockets,
You could just
I
run
know.
away.
but you only gave
But
it
to
to
where? We're gonna run into other enemies.
No, not if you run to Junction A1.
That's where they're headed right now.
No, they're headed from Cryo 3.
Yeah.
So if you go down down to Deck B to where Putnam and
Your other option
the
of running
bonus.
is onto this other ship.
or onto their ship, yeah.
That is another option.
Oh damn. Maybe they have weapons. More weapons.
Yeah, you don't know how many
Okay.
people may still be on their ship or anything like that, but I mean, you knew a good number came off the ship, so it could be.
Okay, I'm gonna can I just look at the kid and say, who else is on that ship?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Okay. At the end of your turn, we have. Let me actually get some of these people out.
Oh, ruh-roh.
Track how far they get, and then up here we got little Mickey. Put him. We'll make just like a little. Nah, we'll put him in the airlock. An A1. Okay. And then, sorry, I just want to get you all where you're.
Oh yeah, sorry, I keep forgetting to move my person.
Yeah, I don't think I've
I
moved
put 'em-
mine maybe ever.
Yeah, let's just to keep track of them as we're doing all this, and people are probably going to be added to the initiative. Let's get people where they are.
I moved myself.
Same.
Great.
I don't know where I am.
Yeah. I've lost-
You're currently in the reactor room. I got you.
Oh, I have
That's
my
the last
Yeah,
place we
okay.
had you.
I'll move myself as well.
Okay. Beep. Oh. Okay. Yeah, Sammy, if you want to put yourself basically in Junction A2
Mm-hmm.
or Examination, you're one of the two. Cool. All right, next we have the little boy.
Little Bobby.
Little boy is gonna try to break your grapple. Let's see if he's successful.
He's a little boy. You got this.
He's a child. He's gonna get out.
Kill that kid. Kill
Kill
that
he-
kid.
Kid.
Is successful.
Oh, I knew it.
He only had 3 dice, but I rolled a 6.
God
So
damn
he
it.
is successful. So he
We're both
uses
so
a
weak.
fast action to do that.
Oh no.
And then he's going to try to swing his flamethrower around
Yeah.
and take it back.
No.
So I
What
think
if we didn't though?
this incinerator is.
You wanted to die.
I did. But not like this.
Not by a child.
Not like this.
It is
Not
a
like
ranged thing, so being at close distance as he is, I'm gonna give him a negative to his roll.
Okay.
Ranged combat, but he's pretty good at ranged combat.
Can
Wow, small
I
child.
use my story point to make him fail? I don't remember how
No.
they work.
It's just giving an
Fair
automatic success to someone.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And then
Fair enough. A little lost.
Fair enough.
he is unsuccessful though, so he tries. He's
fucker!
not grappled by you anymore, but he tries to like continually fire the flamethrower around, and you're able just to like
Whoa!
kind of like almost control his arm still enough to get him,
Matrix.
and he misses, and you both release the trigger, so it's not currently firing anymore.
Thank God.
Do any of you say anything? Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and,
Yeah.
because I know you all got in here somewhere, so this first round will be like a surprise with them, and then after that, we're gonna get you guys in this order playing.
Really threw me with this kid, JMO.
I was not anticipating a child.
I was like ready to kill anyone, and now I'm like,
Yeah. We had like flipped feral, and now we're like,
there's
oh
a
shit.
moral obligation.
What the heck?
To question my
What the
own
heck?
actions.
What
Yeah.
the heck?
Won't let me deal any more cards because it says it's out, but
There's still a
shouldn't be.
card out, I think.
Well, there's all our cards are out because we have our shit.
Wait, what? Hold on.
it says the deck is empty.
What the heck?
Stupid.
What the heck?
What the freaking heck, man? Okay, well, we're just gonna say,
You could
Roll
redo
a-
it and then have just us stay the first three and then everyone else in order below.
well,
Yeah.
because, so, I want to keep to what I drew, so I'm gonna say, Zach, Sophie, Adam, roll a d10, and if it's not taken, that's your turn order.
Nice.
Makes
Sorry,
sense.
I know you don't have d10s out because we didn't have to, but...
3,
The
That
one
was
dice
taken
that I
already.
have available.
1.
Alright, you're 1. 7 is good.
8.
8's been taken.
6.
6 is good. So we have a turn order of Lucas, Mac, Cam. What did you get, Sophie? I already forget.
7.
Dalton. Okay, put in the chat so I also remember. So, after this surprise or first round, the rest of you, being where you are, will get a turn. Lucas, are you just using movement?
I'm going to, for hopefully a free action, say to Dalton and Putt, and say, these new people are not friendly. We're under attack at the airlock. We need your help. And then I am going to, just use my 2 fast actions to go down all the way to C2.
Great. Okay,
That's my turn.
Mac. What do you do? Your eyebrows got a little singed, but you're good.
Fucker. Not my eyebrows. Damn
Not
it.
my
God
eyebrows.
Damn it. Can I tell at all if this guy is this like a human child?
As far as you know.
Damn it.
Really, the only way to tell if he is human or not
Is
is
to hurt him.
if
and then
he
know.
reveals himself as such, or to hurt him and you notice the white stuff instead of blood.
Okay, well, I again reread a certain thing and the wording is quite clear, so I do try to, I will try to hit him with the back of the flamethrower as opposed to flamethrowering.
Okay, so that's basically like a blunt object, so it's close combat again.
Oh god. This is not my strong suit.
Would be you get a +1 to your roll,
Okay.
and it is 1 damage
Okay.
if successful.
Nothing. But I can push every turn, right?
Your stress level always goes up, but yep, you can push. You can push once for each check.
I can push twice.
Nap relief?
Nope. I got a 1 on a stress die. That did not work. No 6s and a 1 on a stress die. So what do I do? This is not going
you
well.
said no 6s?
No 6s.
Okay, so you will fail and you'll also panic.
Okay.
So roll a d6.
Okay.
And tell me the number result. A 1.
1.
Add your stress level.
3, 4.
4. You're able to push through. So
yeah,
nothing
baby.
adversely happens. You still fail your check.
Yep.
So he is pretty scrappy. He's able to kind of move out of the way as you try to hit him with it. You have another fast action.
Fast action. So I can't like. Oh well. No, I can't. I'm like my character wouldn't do that. Draw a weapon, block attack. I'm just looking to see because I can't shoot the flamethrower as a fast action. Okay.
Yeah, shoot firearm is a slow action.
But I could try to grapple again, so might as well try that. I suck at this, but that's the only thing we can do. So shoot 2, and then add my strength. Okay, there's a 6. 1 6 on the grapple, and no stress, panic, anything.
Great. So similar to before, you swing in with the butt of your flamethrower to try to like knock him out, and it doesn't work, and you just like kind of like come here, and you're just like kind of awkwardly still like grab at him, so he's grappled, but it's a successful one at least.
And I'm like, Cam, please, you gotta do something. I am not made for close combat.
All right, and then Cam, you're up.
Okay. Can I try again to fucking knock this kid out?
Sure can. Give me that close
When
combat
my stress
attack.
had gone up 1 last time, I panicked.
Not with that panic, no.
So, all right, no 1s on stress dice.
Nice.
And 3 successes.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my god, yes!
So with 3 successes, you get 2 stunts. So the blunt object gives a damage of 1. So with all of that, you could make the damage 3.
Okay.
Or you could choose a different stunt, which is a list of things. I can list out again if you want.
Can I just like make it so that it like really fucking knocks him out cold?
Yeah. So again, so I will say he has 3 hit points. So if you use all of the attacks to do 3 damage, he becomes broken, which means he's like pretty much down for the count.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So you clock this kid as he's grappling with Mac, and he crumples to the floor.
We should go the other way.
We gotta find the others.
And I would just start moving.
The other way being back on the Chronos, or
No, the other way, yes. The other way being the way that Zach said, so that we can meet up with them outside of the corporate suite.
Okay. So you're heading to the junction. Or down the junction, I should say.
Correct.
Okay. Then I would say, because that was your first slow action, so as your fast action, you could get to junction B1.
Okay, great. I do that.
Great. All right. Since we have still other people around, we're gonna stay in initiative for now, and go to Dalton.
Dalton's gonna bang on the door of the corporate suite and go, Agent Clayton? Agent Clayton?
Don't get a response.
Dr. Flynn?
Sorry.
Also, don't get a response.
Oh no, are they all there?
It's definitely not Colonel Reed, who has the shotgun.
Uh-oh.
I'm not above just opening the door.
All right.
Get to the bottom of this quick. We don't have time to wait. Yeah.
Pull my thing up and elbow the door open.
All right. I am gonna say just where people are currently might take us out of this initiative just to be able to play it through. Because you won't run into the two people returning to the junction because you're going down as they're coming up. So yeah, we'll make this more of an RP. Different kind of music. Let's go. And then I recall all these cards. Okay, great. So you go to open the door. Since you've done this successfully before and you have your special stunt, you can do it again. It takes a couple minutes. And so I would say you're like about to open the door as Mac and Cam approach. And Lucas, when you're done, are you headed towards the suite as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll probably be like a minute or so behind.
Okay, cool.
So before Lucas gets there, the four of you are outside this door. Putt successfully opens it. And do you do anything before you actually open it?
This is a little meta-y, but when I changed my air thing, would that have reduced my stress because I got another air? Or is my stress level the same?
Stress level's still the same because you weren't out of air, so you weren't like stressing about that.
Mm-hmm.
You just got a fresh at 5 air.
Okay.
But
instead of
yeah.
You can take some drugs.
I don't know
true.
about that.
I actually will hand a nap relief pen to Cam, though.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
And I will press it into your hand and say, fucking take it.
I think Cam instinctively starts to argue and then nods. So it takes away all my stress and then what else?
That's it for the first
That's
one.
it?
If you take
Okay,
another one,
great.
though, we have issues.
Great.
Yes. I'm trying to find.
Which I've been
there
so
are-
close to doing.
Pirates on the ship. And a child
Fuck that kid.
who I just knocked unconscious.
Okay, but we're about to open the doors. Hold on, kid.
Gunshots just sounded from this room.
Great, one thing at a time.
What?
Yeah.
Well, are we opening it?
I mean, we got to find out what's going on.
Max steps forward. I'll open it. Opens it.
second. Okay, when you open the door, you um you see a corporate suite. It's pretty much what you would expect. It's a like king size bed, lavish. There's a bar set up, a like table and comfy chairs, like the works.
Nice.
And at one point, it was a very nice room.
Uh-oh.
Right now, it is trashed. Blood soaks the bed. It looks like very old blood, not new blood. Most of the bottles from the bar are broken, shattered on the floor. There's maybe like 3 or 4 that aren't broken. In the middle of the room, you see lying on the ground Valerie Reed with a bullet in her head and a couple in her body.
Whoa.
She looks red, bloodshot eyes, limbs a little bit extended.
Okay.
Going through some mutation, it seems. You see the continued kind of destruction around the room, even in the sitting area. You see a safe on one wall, and you see like a kind of walk-in closet on another wall, but you don't currently see Lori or Dr. Flynn.
But how is that possible?
Are there any air? I don't want to be too meta. Are there any air vents in this room?
There are. There are air vents that go to most rooms. So you do see an air vent kind of on the wall that would connect to the hallway.
Is it open, or seems like it has been tampered with?
Nope, does not look so.
Can I come back in this closet and see if there's any kind of secret door?
Yeah, so as you kind of look up at that and move some clothes around, you notice what is familiar to you as the entry to an emergency escape vehicle bay. And as you look in there, you see Lori and Dr. Flynn in the escape vehicle, hitting buttons and about to peace out.
I hold the flamethrower down. I'm like, get out.
Ah.
Doors shut. They're
Yeah.
like in
Oh,
sequence
damn it.
to leave.
Okay, can I stop this at all? Guys, they're getting out. They're leaving. It's a fucking escape pod.
You
No?
hear 10, 9,
What do we
8,
do, guys?
7. They're buckling themselves in. 6.
I'm trying
Over
to
comms, I'm gonna say,
glass.
Lucas, can you stop this? They are
I'm
leaving.
hitting the glass with the
Lucas, from where you are right now, there's nothing you can do.
Oh. We waited.
How long until
4 seconds.
It was like a 10-second countdown from when they were discovered.
That's not
As
what
soon
I'm
as
asking.
they... Oh, sorry. Oh, how long?
Huh?
It would have taken you a moment, so as of now, probably still between like 8.5, 9.5 minutes.
Okay, so yeah, I would I would just be like, I'm on my way, and I try to rush there knowing that I can't do anything,
Does Valerie Reed's body have any thing on it for like getting through any passwords or anything like that? Does Valerie Reed have any permissions?
Valerie's does not. Albert's would have, if it wasn't singed. But she does not have the emergency access card, no. But
is the emergency vehicle, when it launches, is it going to depressurize this room?
No. The door is shut and sealed, so it's like an external thing that will like, and so you see it like release and slowly float away, and then and take off.
Well,
I mean,
those idiots.
Here's the thing. They are just stuck out there, though. That's not a ship that's going to be able to get them to... We're in the middle of nowhere.
Lucas, the old crew just left the ship in an escape pod. Can you get outside? and do anything about it? Your prime directive, as I understand it, is to destroy them.
Yeah. I am waiting on something.
Also, did somebody say that there were pirates here? Well,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Pirates
you
and-
you get a response from me that says, "I'll head to the cargo bay to see if I can get out of the ship, and maybe, I don't know, is there anything that I could think of that would be in the cargo
have
bay that's like
yeah,
a
where are
vehicle that
you
could chase
going?
them?"
I mean, at
Well, the
the
ship-
No, like that's a
speed
vehicle that can like
speed,
chase them. Is
You
what I'm trying
did
to
say
There's
look
all
only- you
terrain
remember-
vehicle. That
You
is
only remember the
terrain.
good old ATVs, but they cannot fly.
Okay,
Oh, damn.
but I do know that there are doors down there, right?
You know that there's 4 airlocks in the vehicle bay
Yeah.
that you could try to do something or continue searching through, but
That is my prime directive, and I do not want to fail it. But I don't know what I can do.
Here's the thing: if there's another ship here, the thing I've been saying the whole time, let's get off this ship. Can we take the pirate ship?
Can try.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like our best bet right now, although we don't know who else might be on that ship.
How many
Dang it.
pirates do we see?
We've seen two and a half.
Half?
There's a child.
Stupid kid. Let's go. Let's
Child.
go. We should not be
Uh,
waiting here talking. Let's move.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
Dalton
go.
runs to the armory.
the armory. Okay.
The vestibule
All right.
armory?
It's
I'll go to
there's
the armory.
pirates.
Yeah,
fair
that's
enough.
Sure.
true.
Why not?
I've got a
Where did the
shotgun.
rest of you go?
I would start running towards the airlock. And A1, I
to
guess?
Try and get to the ship. The other ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the ultimate
So-
goal.
If I just were to hang back
Gotta
for a
get
second, what's the situation with the safe?
Yeah.
The safe.
What?
Uh,
Very focused on
it
money.
needs a certain code.
Yeah.
So you would need either something to hack it open or try to guess her code.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I would realize it's not going to be easy and then walk away.
Spend the
and
rest of the session
save it.
doing this.
Yeah.
Do it. Just keep guessing
Nope,
numbers.
not going to do it. Gonna walk away. Gonna follow my crew.
okay, so Putt is
Putt.
heading to the airlock. So where you left the knocked out boy. Cam is heading to the airlock. Mac, you're heading there as well.
Yep.
Dalton, you're heading to the armory first, and then going there, or what are you
Well,
doing
I'll
after
wait
the
for
armory?
him, I guess. I'm not gonna leave
Okay.
him alone.
Okay,
Does
someone
anybody tell
cares?
me where everybody's going? Or do I still go to the
We're
corporate
going to
suite?
the ship. We're going to the ship. The
Oh,
other
okay.
Okay. So everybody's heading to the ship. First stop in the armory. You guys. Let me find the description of that room.
Not wrong.
That room. Isn't it on this level? What the heck? Oh, 'cause it's called the
Okay.
vestibule. Oh my god, scroll, you stupid.
What if these pirates just leave us?
That's what's
You
gonna
know, I
happen.
mean, you knocked out their.
They come back
Good
and they're like,
child.
guys, let's just go. And we come back
Hey,
and it's
Like,
It's just-
hey,
They just got weird. They just got weird
Let's just
eggs
Where
and dead bodies. We don't want this.
Sorry, hold on. I know there's some sort of weapon in here, I thought, but now I can't.
Pulse rifle. Give him a pulse
There it is.
rifle.
Okay, sorry. So the room is pretty much stripped clean. You do find a storm rifle,
Ooh.
which is like an older version of the pulse rifle that you saw the woman from the other ship carrying,
Mhm.
with one reload. You find another case of shotgun shells. And then the room seems to be
Grab
like
those.
covered in android blood. Like
Oh shit.
Maybe Ava was attacked in this room, and that's what the damage to her had been.
Oh,
And then you look up.
But those are the only. And she's on the ceiling. No.
Could you fucking imagine?
So yeah. That is that.
Grabbing
You
it and
all-
running.
I'm following. I waited for you, so you're not alone. So we're running together. Anything
You
good?
all get to the junction.
Yep.
You don't see the boy, and you don't currently
Boy.
see any of the pirates there either.
Okay.
Does it seem like their ship is still there, though? Can we tell?
I mean, you can see because the airlock is broken. You can see that the ship is still connected.
Mm.
Go on then.
Gotta go. I mean,
Oh,
He's got
can I
the-
use my motion thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. check the ship.
smart.
As you approach this airlock door and turn on your motion tracker, you get 4 pings basically up the ladder. And you actually eventually get 5 pings up the ladder. And you hear Mother come over the ship's intercom and say, "Umbilical released." And the umbilical releases from the Chronos and starts to drift away.
They just left.
They just left.
Ha King Hell!
Think they took
What?
an
Guys
exit?
do.
Okay.
You don't know
Well-
what they took with them.
No,
Oh, fucking shit.
no, it's fine. We just need to get the ship moving. That was the original
Oh.
plan.
Why the
That was
fuck?
the original fucking plan.
Why did Lucas just leave them? He said he was going to take them and take care of them, and he just left them.
I don't know.
Sammy, where are you at?
I'm the most sorry to you, bud.
He was.
What? Sammy, what do you mean?
Disconnect.
I'm running to
You
Mother.
just get static.
I don't know, dude.
As you all
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
go with
static.
you.
from trying to contact Sammy, you hear one of the vents open above you, and you see a white bulbous head
What?
poke out, and then suddenly jump out of the vent and in front of you, and standing before you looks like the final evolution of that thing.
Oh, I just got cold chills.
Out
God damn
Oh.
it.
person's head when you first arrived on this ship. It is pure white all over, eyeless, big teeth that jut out. Like I said, a bulbous head that kind of goes back. If you've seen the movies, it looks a little familiar, but maybe a different varietal, as its long arms and claws.
Are you gonna show us?
Its long arms and claws
This
just
is
like
so
hang
spooky.
Oh,
by its
the whiteness
body
of
as
it
it
is scary.
stands up and looks at you without eyes and attacks.
Yeah.
Who's it
Who's
attacking?
It
Mhm.
attacks the closest human to it right now, which is any of you, as you're in a group. And since we're ending the session soon, I'll say, you fight it off for a good amount of time. You're getting in good hits, but its
Fire.
armor is thick.
Fire.
You're hitting it with fire, which seems to do a lot of damage. And you're actually successful. You kill this thing in front of you. Its blood isn't acid, it doesn't burn through the hole. And then Mother comes on the intercom and says, T-minus 60 seconds and counting. 59, 58, 57, and counts
Running to
down
Mother.
Nah,
a reactor meltdown
No!
before the ship
After everything!
explodes.
No!
Oh my god.
Lucas, as you escape on what you now know to be the Satio, the ship, an egg in your pocket,
What?
the crew around you, I presume, probably not a crew that will last very long if they've been exposed to this egg. but a ship nonetheless. As the pirates around you, you met their pilot that was waiting on the ship as well. And as you pull away from the Kronos, and in the distance, you see the... Adisa says, "Damn."
I look over at him and I say, "I have yet to tell you a lie. Now," and I put the egg just right in the middle of the galley table. And I put it there. And I say, "If you wouldn't mind, I need to send a message."
He lets you.
I go to the nearest computer, and I, for the sake of the fun of the narrative, I start recording a video.
Yep.
And I say, "Hello, Father. This is Lucas. I have been somewhat successful on our mission. Unfortunately, the crew of the Montero has perished, as has the Montero and the Kronos itself. However, none of the xenobiological contamination will make it into Weyland-Yutani hands. I, however, do have a sample, and I'm hoping to cultivate it on this ship on the long journey back to you. By the time I get to you, I should have a lot of research for you." And then I say, I kind of pause for a moment, and I say, "And a few test subjects." And then I send it to Dr. Samuel Mason of BioNational.
Amazing. You hit the send button, kind of recline back and look at the humans in front of you. Have a moment of peace, which you haven't had in a long time. This has been a long time coming, knowing of this mission. And as you do, and as all of the pirate are talking about how much money they think you're going to give them for this and how much they think this weird fungal egg is worth, you see a creature appear from the top of the viewport of the Montero. White, bulbous head, slamming its head into the viewport of the ship. That's where we're going to end
That's a
this
complication.
series.
Oh my
Oh my god.
It's so many questions.
Dude.
Yeah, I went to the reactor and started a meltdown, and then we were messaging. I went to the captain and was like, "Hey, the ship's about to blow up. We got to get out of here." And I got on the ship with the captain.
Yep. What a story. I honestly, for a second, I was like, what if they all survive? What
I
if
thought
that
I
was
genuinely
this?
did
I
want
really
it to
thought.
happen. The pirates
Yep.
the pirates threw a wrench into everything.
Yeah.
I was only gonna. I was my. I mean, we can talk about this later, but my plan was only to kill Dalton. I was gonna kill Dalton because he had a direct connection to Weyland-Yutani, and I thought I could convince the others to screw over
man.
Weyland-Yutani.
My God.
What a whirlwind it was. Only survivor.
Wait, can I read what my personal agenda was at this last session, so
Sure.
that they can understand? This was the personal agenda I was given before this last session.
I still won't understand.
You must stop Weyland-Yutani from getting an alien specimen back to Earth at any cost, even if it means murder and suicide. Kill anyone with detailed knowledge about the 26 Draconis strain. As of now, the only people who know about this is the Kronos crew. The Montero crew has yet to learn enough and hasn't even heard the name 26 Draconis yet. That is why I killed the android as soon as we saw her, because I didn't want her to give you any information, because I legitimately didn't want you guys to die. But then the pirates got there, and I was like, the pirates could kill me, they could take over this, like they could bring stuff back, like I need to nip this in the bud now, and so that's why I started the meltdown.
Jeez.
Wow.
JMO, that
On
was
that note,
applause to JMO. That was
Thank you.
fantastic.
Yeah, for real.
That was
so fun.
so
I had a
fun.
blast.
Yeah.
And I know we don't have a confirmed time, but we are planning on doing a talk back with this crew right here to talk even more about the twists and turns and events of everything that just transpired the last couple sessions. So keep an eye on our social media. We'll announce it as soon as we have it definitively scheduled, because I want all of that information from you all of how you felt, who you thought was an android win. We'll dive into all of those questions and everything on that talk back. I'm almost just as excited for that as I remember actually playing.
I have so many questions. Mainly to Adam.
Thank you. Adam was on it. He was tuned in, and he was like, You said something you shouldn't have.
I honestly feel bad about this ending specifically for how good Adam played Dalton.
Yeah.
I wanted a better ending
It was
for you.
amazing. So, thank you to these players. I had a blast with the new game system, throwing a lot at you guys, and it was a blast, and you all handled it so good and really made these characters come to life with the story. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And